Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here in just a minute, but first I want you to hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. When you do that, you're going to click the bell also. So welcome, Gemini, to your predictions for May of 2022. We are going to get started. We are going to get straight into a oracle reading. When we get into this oracle reading, we're just going to confirm through tarot cards. So make sure to check out that subscribe button while I shuffle. We are going to get into this reading. I totally thought I needed something. I can't remember what. I hate when I do that. I really do. Okay. All right. Don't mind my hair. It's been a mess of a day, so no worries over here. All right. So I'm just going to get your current energy, so we can see where we are on things, and you're probably already feeling like little remnants of this because May is so close. But we're just going to get this current energy and then get into your love, your financials, your health, your spiritual, as well as your work and any kind of money that does pop up and a likely outcome for your month of May. Okay, Gemini, we've already got stuff popping out. All right. Okay, so Gemini, we have a caring connection. So we have some sort of connection that is currently in your energy right now, as well as something about walking away. So we've got some walking away energy. We have some sort of a situation in which you are in a relationship or some sort of a partnership. You're joining together to kind of create change within your life. And you are walking away, creating stability for yourself, or somebody else is walking away, or something walked away from you, however that resonates for you. Yeah, so lots of change and lots of choices here. And when you begin to feel these changes, when you begin to make these choices, you're really going to start to explore those inner dwellings, the inner gifts. So make sure to check in with that when you get into May. Sorry, I had to write that timestamp down. All right, let's get into this reading. All right, so I'm going to confirm that through tarot cards. So this is where the juicy part comes in, is these tarot cards. Give you all the information that you need, kind of confirming those oracle cards, okay? We're going to straight into your love stuff. So we're going to find out about that caring connection, that partnership. Again, at the end of this reading, you can click on the video that pops up. It'll be your love predictions for May 2022. All right, Gemini. Let's start. Get into this. These cards are getting rough. It's like hard to shuffle them even. Okay, so you do have something of a situation. Your person is half in, so they're not all the way in, which it's not a big deal. I mean, it could mean several different things. It could even just mean that we haven't made it to that part of May yet. But in upcoming May, you are going to be in a place where you're really loving the idea of love and you're really heart-led. You want this connection to keep going. As far as this connection, it's something that has kind of been indecisive. You've really been rolling over your choices or decisions somehow, but it really makes you feel almost like knowing, or you feel like ideal about the situation. You feel like this is really where you want it. You feel kind of like it's like a bounce back or a recuperation, and now you're really getting into adding to the resilience in your life, and this is just a part of that. Your person, again, is going to be a fire sign or a water sign. I'm thinking fire sign, though. And with this person, they're just not as like on board as you. So the strength of kind of where they're involved in here is just, again, it's going to lack a little bit, but the direction of the relationship is lacking a little for them. And it's almost as if they're a little bit unpredictable when it comes to the situation. And it's like, you're not quite sure, you know, if things are going to get like a little bit wild or not. So, I mean, they're a little bit, it's like, it's almost like their ego kind of keeps stopping them from actually like fully settling into this. It just might be even too soon for them for some specific reason, but this is definitely the carrying connection. So this is that confirmation for Oracle. We are going to get into the financials of upcoming May, okay? You got it? Okay, So as far as your financials go, you're kind of getting into a place where you're going to feel more balanced in upcoming May. And you're definitely going to be really just kind of trying to do something about any kind of like situation when you have to conversate or have communication, back and forth, even if it has to do with money and stuff that you're really not wanting to listen to. So it's like almost like there was a conflict here and it had a lot to do with the financials, but you're going to get into more of a clear, almost like a change really, because you're coming out of that past. You might have had a love relationship or some sort of a connection with financials, and this could have been with a water sign or an air sign, but there's definitely some truth or balance, some sense of like sanity. Or you could even be going to court or dealing with the legalities having to do with this, like maybe a divorce or, paperwork for that, however it resonates again. But there's definitely with some hidden things here. There was some things that were kind of going on behind the scenes and you're really trying to be patient through this. So in upcoming May, you're definitely not even going to be getting revenge. I don't want to use that word, but it's almost like you're going to get like sound of mind once you get into this place in May with your financials. Okay. So the financials are looking better as long as you kind of pull your way away from, how you used to do things, how your old habits were, especially with this love connection that you dealt with. You could have worked with them, or you could have even just, again, been married to the person, or just had some kind of a loan combined. I mean, however it resonates for you. We're going to find out a little bit about your worky work. All right, a little bit of that hermit energy in upcoming May for your financials or your work situation. Goodness. There's just so much going on. And this is all like your month has a lot to do with kind of like the things that are at the core of your being, the things that really make you drive or the things that make you tick. This is your reading is very much the overall subject here, kind of like changes, a lot of new beginnings here. Okay. Yeah. So with work, you're kind of like isolating. You might be isolating or finding solitude or seeking out some sort of a refuge away from your job because, I mean, nobody wants to be with the work people all the time, but it's almost like you're kind of like putting yourself over on the side or like putting your energy elsewhere. As far as this goes, sorry, there was someone else on the window. Okay, so as far as getting into all of this work stuff, it's like you've had achievements within this job. You probably had raises. You probably have been bumped up a notch. You probably got $1 here, $1 there, whatever. The achievements, though, are lacking. So that drive or that lack of direction, even going into a place where you're going to achieve more, it's going to be lacking a lot in this month of May. So maybe, checking in with the job stuff once again, because when we get distracted or we, focus on other things, we definitely start lacking in other areas of the life, but just kind of find that balance. Spiritually, you're definitely in a new beginning spiritually. So it's almost like you're kind of like in a renew or like you're ending one cycle and kind of moving into a different one. So there's definitely a new beginning here spiritually. It will bring you chaos, and this is only going to bring you chaos because you're going to resist this. This is definitely going to bring resistance because it feels like very shaky. It feels like, it's like a feeling you haven't really felt before. And you'll kind of tell yourself like all sorts of bullshit to get out of it is basically how I'm feeling about this situation. But I mean, there's definitely going to be lack of, any kind of safety or stillness when you're dealing with this, kind of the spiritual stuff, because again, it really makes things feel even heavier or rockier, especially if you're diving into a new beginning, because it puts you in a place of like not known, like you just don't know yet. But this is the core of who you are. This is the epitome of your center, like is the spiritual stuff. So I really hope that you get into that place and get comfortable there. But as far as what it's looking like is you're very much fighting it. Likely outcome for your month of May, Gemini. All right, so the communication, if you're communicating, is definitely going to be confusing, okay? Any kind of clarification, any kind of hostility, any kind of maybe even like some shit talking going on this month. It's just like a whole bunch of movement, and it's away from the actual matter. And there's a lot of fear that you have kind of wrapped into this month because there is a transformation. This tower is really indicating a transformation here for me. and you're just really learning how to be like kind of in a relationship, but you're going to be lacking in that as well. So this emotional relationship, it's going to have you in a place where you're really fucking emotional. So you're just going to get into a place where, you know, the entirety of how things were this month, it's going to be even more intense next month. So it's just going to be like lack of expression on somebody's end, and then the other person's going to be like super emotional. So I mean, try to keep learning how to cue yourself through these things, but I'm feeling like it's going to, you know, regress you. It's going to make you feel very fucking untapped, or, you know, the emotional state is just going to be too much for you. And again, there's definitely going to be some lack of communication when it comes to anything dealing with the past year. I really feel like you kind of keep looking back on things, and it's like the memories or the old glories or whatever it is, it's just not how you thought things were going to be. But I mean, don't let that, you know, decide the rest of your fate for the rest of May, okay? Or the rest of your moments even. Make sure that you're just inviting in any kind of like resolve, okay? Let go of that fear, because this transition's here. The transition's here, and this is, I mean, you are resisting heavily, or else it's going to be that other person who's either one of you. You're really kind of taking over the end of May by really resisting something spiritually or in the relationship. So that's kind of the idea there. All right. Go ahead and please hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. I hope that you enjoyed your predictions. I hope that it helped to set some intention for the next upcoming few days here for you, Gemini. Please, if you would, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. Go ahead and click that bell so you don't miss any of my notifications here. You don't want to miss anything here. You don't want to miss out any of these celebrity readings, love or general. You name it, I will have it here, and you won't miss one word of it, okay? So click that bell. Also, we are almost to 1,000 subscribers. We hit 800 today, so please, if you would, refer your friends, your family, whoever you love, and send them my way. If they say your name in a comment and they let me know that you referred them, I will give you a personal free reading. Also, if you would, let's get that 1,000 subscribers, because then we get to do a story tell. I'm going to upload a story tell on why I named Hangman Tarot Hangman Tarot. Other than that, enjoy the rest of this beautiful Wednesday evening. See you guys